In today's news, we have an exclusive interview with two of Canisius' very own filmmakers who traveled to the Philippines this past summer to document the issue of child poverty in the Philippines. And we will also be showing you an exclusive trailer for their movie that will be premiering later tonight. And after that, we will answer some of your viewer-submitted questions in another installment of Ask Griffin TV. And as always, we will keep you updated on sports and upcoming events. This is Canisius Connections. Hello everyone, and thank you for turning into Canisius Connections, your #1 source for news, sports, and upcoming events. I am your host, Brandon Kingsley Rudd. Now, I recently sat down with Canisius students Gabrielle and Erin Gaddi to talk about their latest project for the Canisius College Video Institute. The duo traveled to the Philippines this past summer to document the issues of child poverty plaguing the country. They will be premiering their documentary, Left Alone, Street Children in the Philippines tonight in Regis South at 7:30 p.m. Here is that interview. Welcome back everyone to Canisius Connections. I am here today with two special people who has a premiere later tonight, and here with me is Erin Gaddi and Gabrielle. Welcome guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
So how's it going? You've been a former alum of Canisius Connections. How have you guys been?
We've been pretty good so far. I think we've been pretty busy, definitely, within these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, definitely, with the end of the semester approaching. And also, you guys have a premiere later tonight. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, we do. We are premiering our movie, Left Alone, Street Children in the Philippines, in the Regis Room at 7:30.
Oh, okay. And what else can you tell me about it? Like any details from the movie we could get?
Well, this film is specifically based off of the trip that Erin and I took in June to the Philippines. We went with the class, Dr. Watkins. It was about wealth, faith, poverty, and justice in the Philippines. And this was kind of a project that we were doing on the side for the Video Institute. At first, it was specifically about street children because sometimes when you go, you're not really too sure exactly what the story is that you're going to capture. But we ended up deciding to stick with that. We spoke with some NGOs, individuals who are really involved in the issue. And we're really trying to shed light on this, the issue of the street children.
Right, a really powerful subject for the people around here that's going to see the premiere. And also, you guys actually went to the Philippines to film this movie. How was that experience?
It was definitely a challenge in terms of production. It's very, very hot there, very hot and humid, so running around with a camera and a big old pack with a tripod, it's definitely a change of pace from the Buffalo weather where it's much, much easier.
Right, a lot more issues over there.
Yeah. And so a lot of issues arise there anytime when you're going out in the field. But in terms of subject matter, this was definitely a very powerful thing for me, and I'm sure for Gabby too. As I do a lot of service work, and so social justice is a really important thing for me, as well as my family's from the Philippines, so it kind of hit on both fronts for me personally.
Right, that should be like a really powerful thing to experience from your home country and to see the people that you grown this culture from. That is a really big experience. And also, for the people who don't get that experience, that the people who are going to watch this movie, what do you think they're going to feel when they see this movie?
I think they're going to feel a lot of things, a lot of emotions, but I think they're also going to be educated with a sense of free knowledge and a perspective from our own point of view when being there and looking at this issue. You know, just for a couple of weeks we were really there to capture everything. So they're going to see this issue from a different light, but a light of hope, a light of people looking to help.
Do you think this movie will actually get people to try to think about the other countries more than just themselves in the USA, just to donate more, to provide food for other countries to support more?
I think in America, definitely coming back, it was the sense of, I don't know if you felt that too, but like, we are so individualistic here, and we're so concerned with ourselves, and I felt like the Filipinos, they are very community oriented, always looking to help others. So even if people who see this film, it's really hard to necessarily understand, maybe if you haven't been there, on this global aspect, but the sense of helping others, those who are in need, I think that's definitely something that everybody can relate to.
Amazing, amazing. And definitely I'm going to check this movie out. It should be a great experience. When is it? Later tonight at the Regis
Room.
7:30.
7:30. So you guys better get there. I'm going to definitely be there. Thank you guys for having this interview with me. It should be a very great experience to see. And I hope you guys too. But also, before we hit to a commercial break, we're going to have a little trailer for you to give you a little sneak peek over the movie. Stay tuned with us.
You name it, they've been exposed to it. And more. Some of these kids have never brushed their teeth. When you live on the streets, you do what it takes to survive.
There was one day that we had just done the cardiovascular unit, in class that day. And then right after class, I went over to the Vascular Institute, volunteered, put the scrubs on. And one of the doctors asked me if I wanted to see an open heart surgery. And so I said, yeah,
really?
Sure.
I came into Canisius as obviously as a freshman, not really sure what I wanted to do. I ended up taking a digital media arts class, and that really just kind of jump-started, my career.
And I think being where we are in the city and in the world with the medical campus that we have here is really an opportunity that I wouldn't have anywhere else.
It's more than just academics. Meet different people, go out and do things. There's so much more to college. It's an experience.
I instantly fell in love with doing video work, graphic design. I started pursuing more and more opportunities in the school, whether it was doing admissions videos on the sides. I did a couple videos for alumni relations, the president of the college, and then I actually got noticed last year, and they sent me over to the Philippines to create a feature-length documentary.
I lived with a host family while I took classes in Spanish with Spanish professors at the University of Oviedo, and I was a Spaniard for a semester, and it was the best decision I made as a college student.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching Canisius Connections, your #1 source for news, sports, and upcoming events. It's no secret that it's hard being a healthy college student, especially with limited dining options and exercise facilities that Canisius provides for its students with. Griffith TV reporter Bridget Fallon has an extensive look at the issues of health and wellness facing many Canisius College students. Have a look.
You can often find Susan Houseneck giving health advice to her residents or working out. Susan has many reasons to lead a healthy lifestyle.
I was also type 1 diabetic. I still am, but it was getting to the point where I could be regulated with a pill, but then I would have to go to insulin, and I was also told that if this kept happening, I was probably going to die at the age of 45, 50. So I made the choice to have surgery, and I've lost 80 pounds, and I've had to work out, and it's a tool. It's not a quick fix. Like the rest of us who has a stomach the size of their fist, I'm working with a stomach basically the size of a bottle cap. So you have to be very, very careful what you put in there. I think the college needs to maybe work on, for students especially like me that aren't student athletes, options that are healthier. Basically being a gastric bypass patient, I have to eat extremely healthy. Don't eat healthy. If you don't work out, you're not going to lose any weight. In fact, you'll gain everything back. It's been a struggle, but no struggle that nobody can, you can't overcome.
Susan is one of many students who incorporates fitness into their lives as a college student.
Yeah, I basically have to walk to all my classes. They're either in Lions or Health Science, so that's where I get most of my exercise from. I don't tend to work out at a gym or anything like that, but sometimes I will.
So right now we're currently in postseason, so we have about half the amount of workouts as normal. But our regular season starts at the end of April or August and goes to about mid-February. And during that time we have swim practice every day, every afternoon for 2 hours. And we also have lift every other morning.
Well, every day, normally in the morning, I get up around 6 a.m., sometimes 7, depending on when my class starts. And I go to the gym and I run for probably about 45 minutes, normally equals out to about 6 miles. And then I do resistance training to build upper body strength as well as lower body strength.
Now that we're out of season, we lift 3 times a week and we practice once, sometimes twice.
Some 6:30 a.m.s.
Yeah.
For the hockey team, we exercise every day. We get 1 day off a week.
Definitely a lot of walking at Canisius. When I'm home, I like to swim or go hiking with my family. We go camping a lot, so we do a lot of hiking. Sometimes running, biking. I haven't been in any of the classes because I work on Mondays, but I'm excited for the potential new workout area in Palestine.
As for eating,
all the dining locations on campus are owned by Chartwells. We franchise the rights to Starbucks, Tim Hortons, and Subway. And we also operate Iggy's, Tomato, the Economo Dining Hall Streetside Cafe, and we also do our in-house caterers, adding in Webtrition, which is our web-based nutritional information. We post that information on all our dining signs and our survey and locations. You can also use our Dine on Campus website to go to the site and look at the nutritional meals or nutritional values of the meals prior to coming to any of our locations.
Chartwells also deals with people that have different dietary needs.
I'm a vegetarian. I'm kind of in between. I think there is options, but sometimes I don't feel like eating salad every day or pasta every day. So I think in some ways it is good, and sometimes there's not as many options as I would like.
I eat fish, so that's protein that I get, and I eat nuts.
I think definitely more vegetarian products, maybe soy products or any maybe wheat gluten products. So they're definitely options that Canisius could pursue.
Before everyone say I'm vegetarian, I want healthier options, or we're vegan, or we're gluten-free, which are really, they didn't eat what they said they ate. They wanted vegetarian, they wanted healthy. We really saw them eating mostly cheeseburgers, mac and cheese.
However, I wanted an all-inclusive perspective on what students ate. Can you guys tell me what you eat in a day?
Usually in the morning, I'll have an apple. When I'm here, no breakfast.
Usually have like a granola bar or something like that for breakfast, just quick in my room.
Before lift, I try to eat either a protein bar, granola bar, or banana, whatever I have in my dorm. And then after lift, if I'm not too tired, I'll usually go over to D Hall, get some of Regina's eggs, or Tim Hortons and get a breakfast sandwich.
I don't really eat a lot of what the college has to offer, only because it's not as healthy as I think it should be.
Lunches are really boring. I go to Subway every day.
Pretty much what anything dining hall is giving us. Or we eat a lot of Subway.
Oh, Subway's my favorite.
Yeah.
But like sometimes I like to stick healthy with
Yeah.
Subway. Like the
We'll take the bacon out.
You know, I'll go to Subway and whatever else because they have vegetables and healthier options, and sometimes the dining hall.
At dinner, I'll probably go for 5 plates, then 2 plates of dessert.
Dinner is whatever on the menu. Just try to be healthy, but usually I'm so hungry that I just grab whatever I can. And then when we travel, our coach tends to have us eat a little lighter and a little more healthier. So usually that's Subway, a lot of pasta and salads, and never dessert, unfortunately.
Dinner, it depends on what the dining hall is serving. Sometimes I'll go to Iggy's depending on what the time is or how much studying I have to do.
Mac and cheese, now that Tim Hortons has mac and cheese.
Iggy's,
we eat a lot of Iggy's.
And then dinner, I get whatever they have at the dining hall. And usually on practice days, I'll have a second dinner and go to Iggy's and get some food there.
That was great, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Now let's go eat.
Okay.
Go get food.
Yeah.
I had Canisius College Chartwells director John Chyczynski to explain student eating trends.
that. But overall popularity, if we put chicken fingers out, everyone will eat chicken fingers. We're definitely seeing people being more health conscious and watching what they're eating. When we went trayless a couple years ago, that helped. We took the trays out at dinner in the dining hall for all your care to eat meals. And a lot of people say, well, that's cost cutting, you're trying to save money. Well, there's some financial benefits to it, but it also helped people balance what they eat.
Our food director also gave me insight on the relationship Chartwells has with our students and the community.
We do work with the student government here, and we do have a dining service committee, and we meet every 2 weeks with the student group. So we're provided feedback. We're able to give feedback back and forth. So we have a good open dialogue with the students, and they communicate a lot. The dining service committee students communicate a lot with the students and bring any kind of concerns to our attention. In the last 4 or 5 years, it's been a great working relationship, more of a partnership. And that partnership is what brought on Starbucks, Tim Hortons, Subway. That group has become more involved in decision-making in the process of what's happening in dining service on campus in general as a whole. The college charges for the meal plans, then Chartwells is reimbursed at a daily rate for students depending on what meal plan you're on. And we run the best quality operation that we can, food and service, for what we're being paid to do. And we're not using a lot of frozen vegetables. If you notice our dining hall, we use all fresh vegetables. We make fresh soups. We do a lot of things from scratch. We have our own bakery department. We do scratch breads, cookies, desserts. There's a lot of school programs out there that just are buying frozen and reheating, and we don't do a lot of that here at Canisius, and that's really basically coming from the college. That's the direction that they'd like us to stay, and that's their direction. Well, the college has a sustainability committee made up of students on campus. Compass as a group worldwide is very much into the environment, reducing carbon footprint. We do a lot with the environment as far as seafood watch, sustainability, cage-free eggs, the pork products, the chicken products, they're not the steroid-fed animals. We make sure we don't purchase from anybody except for approved vendors. The company that we work for actually monitors all the vendors we do. We cannot just purchase from anybody on the street. We make sure that all our vendors are in compliance with the Compass standards.
Students and faculty are working very hard to make sure healthy living is a standard at Canisius College.
Thanks, Bridget. That was very informative. Now we're going to take another quick commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to be answering some viewer-submitted questions. Stay tuned, Canisius. Welcome back, Canisius. Many of you guys submitted questions to us, and we will do our best to answer them. Our first concerned viewer writes, Dear Griffin TV, I recently became really good friends with one of my classmates. I think she's really funny and smart, but the rest of my friends don't think so. Every time I bring her along for a night out with my friends, they all ignore me because they don't like her. What should I do? Should I ditch my old friends for my new one? Well, I don't think your first option to think is to ditch your new friend or old friend. Try to find some common ground between the two, like what are their likes and comments. And if they can't really agree on anything, try to split your time around your old friends and your new friends, trying to see if you could convince them to come together and just have a night out or something. Now, our second viewer writes, Dear Griffin TV, I'm really excited that spring weather is finally here around campus, but I don't know what to do first. Any suggestions? Well, since the spring weather is finally here, you could go on an exercise walk or a run near a forest lawn, or maybe go to a lacrosse or a baseball softball game. You know, just get out of the sun and have fun, play ultimate frisbee with your friends. It should be really good weather, so you could do all kinds of stuff like that. Now, our third viewer writes, Dear Griffin TV, I'm going on a first date with someone I really like tomorrow, and I have no idea what to do. It's no secret that Canisius food sucks. Know of any good food restaurants close to campus or where I could go? And do you have a creative first date ideas? Thanks a bunch. Well, I have to say, Panos is a really good place for me because I've been there before and it's only a bus ride away. So that should be a good place. And also for a creative idea, try to create the food yourself. Have a dinner experience that you guys both create and communicate, and it should be a great time for both of you guys to find some common ground. Well, that's all the questions we have for you for time today. Before we wrap up the show, let's take a look at some upcoming events. On Thursday, April 10th, the Canisius Entrepreneur Organization Speaker Series continues as the co-founder of Curlic Coffee, Chris Stevens, will come to Canisius to be a guest speaker at the event. It all takes place at Montande Cultural Center, and it starts at 4:30 p.m. On Saturday morning, April 12th, Canisius will have its annual Community Day, starting at 10 a.m., where you can have the chance to serve with nonprofit organizations in the city of Buffalo. To register for this event, go to a computer and type in the keywords Canisius Community Day. You will find a link that says registration form, fill it out, and send it, and you are good to go. Make sure to check that out and make a difference in your community. Now, later that day, Saturday, April 12th, the CPLD will be hosting a fun tie-dye event in Bamboo Gad at 10 p.m. The event will be held in Penfold Commons, where you can celebrate Earth Day by decorating your own bamboo vases, make your own tie-dye shirts, and watch a movie, which would be a very nice day to end the day. Way to end the day, excuse me. Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Make sure to check us out online at griffintv.net, where we have our new episode of Canisius Connections every Wednesday at 7. From all of us here at Griffin TV, have a great week, Canisius.